Hi everybody, and welcome back to What You Watchin'. This week we're going to talk about Anna and the Apocalypse, The Biggest Little Farm, and we're going to try something new where I'm going to talk about a movie that's a little bit older than something brand new. So the first movie we're going to talk about this week is Anna and the Apocalypse. This is a movie that just came out on home video this week, and it's amazing. It's a musical zombie apocalypse. I know that sounds a little weird, but think of Shaun of the Dead with music, and it works. Every aspect of this movie works. It's a great setup from the beginning to the midpoint, and when everything starts getting crazy and going nuts, it stays true to the movie that it started as. And the actors are all wonderful in it. They're all from England. I'm not sure who they are. I've never really seen them in anything else, but if this movie's anything to go by, they all have bright futures in this industry. It's so well directed, so well shot. The musical is a throwback to kind of like 80s. It feels very 80s-ish, and it will make you want the soundtrack as soon as you're done watching the movie. In fact, as soon as I was done watching the movie and I got in my car, I put the soundtrack on and listened to it while I was driving. That's how good it is. That's how catchy it is. The story is a little basic, where high schoolers are caught in this apocalypse and they all have to come together to kind of survive it. But there's an extra added villain on top of just the zombies, which really adds another twist, another aspect to the film that I think works really well. So by the end, you're going to have connected to these characters quite a bit. You're going to put yourself in one of these characters' shoes, either if you're in high school now or when you were in high school. You're going to feel like you're one of these people, and you're going to want them to survive, and you're going to want them to succeed and get everything that they wanted during this movie. But small little spoiler, maybe not all of them survive. So you're going to have to watch the movie and find out. I think this is a very underrated movie. I know a lot of other people, other reviews you might have heard, have said negative things about it. Don't listen to them. This movie is fun, it's brilliant, it's bright, it's colorful, it's gory with a lot of humor and heart. So Anna and the Apocalypse is definitely a movie to watch, and check it out. The next movie we're going to talk about is The Biggest Little Farm. The Biggest Little Farm is a documentary about two people who move out of LA, and they buy 200 acres of land where they're going to start a farm. Why do they move out of LA? Well, they got too many noise complaints from their dog barking in their apartment, so they were evicted. Crazy story, but it does happen. So what do? They take that tragedy and they look at each other and say, hey, guess what? Now's the time to start that farm we always wanted to start. So this documentary is about that 8-year journey from being kicked out of their apartment until they get their farm maybe up and running. Not real sure. You're going to have to watch the movie to find out. But the director is also the husband and the farm owner in the movie. And the way it's shot and the way it's done is so beautiful. It is the epitome of the American dream and taking something negative and turning it into something positive. You know, they struggle at first because the land they buy is unsowable. Watching them collapse under the pressure of trying to create this dream that they had and having it not succeed, but still striving through it, is beautiful. It's amazing. It's poignant. I mean, we are in the time of documentaries right now. We've had so many good ones out, and this is just another one to add to the list of those. And by the end of the movie, I'm sitting there Googling, how do I buy 200 acres of land? How do I start my own farm? Or how do I follow my own dream? Because that's what this movie's going to instill in you, that no matter what kind of hardships you've had in your life, it is always possible to turn something around and fulfill your dreams. So, Biggest Little Farm, watch it, love it, cry, laugh, get angry, all that stuff. This movie's going to make you feel it. So, Biggest Little Farm. The next movie we're going to talk about is Upgrade. This is a movie that came out, I want to say, about 1.5 years ago. It's beautiful. This is a story of a man who, after a car accident, is injured beyond repair. He loses complete use of his entire body, except for his neck and his head. When a billionaire creator, inventor, comes around and says, hey, we have this little microchip we want to install in the back of your neck, and it's going to give you access to your limbs again. You're going to be able to walk again. You're the first one ever going to get this. Do you want to try it? He says yes. Well, what he doesn't know is that STEM, as he comes to calling it, can take over his body at any time. And what's the first thing that they do together? They get revenge against the gang that caused their car accident and killed his girlfriend. This movie's fantastic. The main actor will make you believe at times that he truly is a robot. The way that he moves and the way he reacts to things is so unhuman that it's going to trip your mind. You're going to sit there and think, they had to use CGI for this. They had to do it in some other way. No, it's just the actor pretending as if a microchip was moving his body and not him, as if he was a computer. Brilliant. The way it's shot, too, is just, you're going to see some scenes in here, some angles that you're not going to see in other movies. The way the camera moves puts you right into the action. Speaking of action, fight scenes in here, gorgeous. Beautiful. So well choreographed, so well executed. They cut when they need to, they do long takes when they need to, and you can follow along with everything that's happening. The movie's also very gory. So it is not for the faint of heart. It's hard R rated, and it just adds to that experience. At the end of this movie, you're going to turn your computer off. You're going to shut your phone off. You're going to be like, nope, technology is not for me, because that's what this movie's going to instill in you. And if you haven't seen it already, it's worth watching. Even if you're a little squeamish to gore, even if you're not a fan of action movies, the story is so well told, the acting is so good that it will engage you from beginning to end, regardless of everything else going on. So, Upgrade, 2 thumbs up from this one. Definitely check it out if you haven't yet. And that's our show for this week. So watch one of those 3 movies, or all 3. Anna and the Apocalypse, The Biggest Little Farm, and an oldie but a goodie, Upgrade. All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe. All that stuff you know how to do. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.